Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie, just coming at you with a little video this early afternoon. Um, First of all, I want to say hello to everyone. Hope everyone had a great day. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone's been having a great week thus far. Like I said, what's up, RJ Supreme, baby? How you doing? Like I said, this is your boy Food Junkie, and y'all saw the title: social media and business practices. As y'all know, a lot of stuff been going on these social media sites. People are talking about business, bad business, customer service. What is customer service? This, that, and the third. And the reality is, you have a bunch of people who have no business accolades or business sense whatsoever trying to discuss business here on social media, especially in this atmosphere that we're in this particular aspect of social media. Now, since I have a business in real life, not contingent on what I do here on social media, I think that I am somewhat qualified to talk about what's been going on this social media apparatus, namely, quote unquote, the beef sector. What's up, Rochelle, baby? How you doing, baby? Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you as well. Now, as you guys know, I have not interior, a fashion design business, what is it called? Styling business, things of that nature. That's what I do in real life, amongst having a real job as well. I design things. I'm an artist. I paint, I create, I build things, I come up with looks, I do personal shopping, closet organizing, things of that nature. I do all those things, which is a business. This whole conversation started off with people looking into people's PPP loans and trying to deflect on the fact that they have fraudulent PPP loans, claiming people that's in jail as an employee, that's have life sentences and things of that nature, people who just can't, people who's trying to defraud the government, things of that nature. All this business talk started way back then. And people think that it's an embarrassment or something to be ashamed of when you do have a legitimate business and help is offered and you choose to take that help, because what's been going on in the world for the past several years have affected your business. I don't see the shame in that. All the way up to not too long ago, a couple days ago, whatever case maybe, or this weekend or last week, whenever it jumped off. And I don't too much particularly know this individual or care for this individual like that to where I'm trying to defend this individual, but I can say right is right and wrong is wrong. Talk about quote unquote prayer clause. That's a business. Like it or not, agree with it or not, it's a business. Just like writing a book is a business. If you're selling something or trying to gain some type of profit from it, even if it's to recoup your monies from it that you spent or put out, it still is a business. It qualifies as a business because you are getting money for products rendered or services rendered. It's a business. Now, if these individuals on here were smart, they will go to their Secretary of State and actually register said businesses under a business name so they can protect themselves from all the mess that goes on these YouTube streets. I introduced a couple of things on here earlier in my YouTube career. I introduced when the pandemic first happened, I introduced masks on here. Quickly took that down because I realized that these people on here aren't business minded, business savvy. They're looking for the next big thing to read, roast, and gag people on. I introduced bracelets, making different types of bracelets on here. I even have videos where I'm making bracelets and different pieces of jewelry on here. Quickly took that down because I realized people are not really worthy of me showing what I do in my real life on here because all they're going to do is try to weaponize it. I wrote a book, thought about advertising that on here. Nope, can't do it because these people don't understand that, saying, people really do put in work for their business and trying to express their talent and make a profit from it, and not being under the scrutiny of untalented, unbusiness minded individuals who have nothing better to do than to criticize and look for something to criticize. Of course, my fashion. I make all kind of things that I promote and sell in my real life through my business and my services and things of that nature. Try to offer some of my services on here and did it for free just to let people know this is what I do, show people what I can do and how I do things. They also don't work out on here because, once again, the people on here are not business minded and business savvy. What they're looking for a roast and a gag. They think that this is all about entertainment. There are several aspects of social media that people actually use to advertise their talent, to advertise their what they do, to earn a living for themselves. Some people make a living by talking, quote unquote, roasting and gagging. Some people actually make a living by promoting their talents, what they do in real life. No, don't tell me what to do, RJ Supreme. I'm not trying to be rude to your sweetheart, but the thing is, if we're going to talk about that particular thing, I was using it as an example, but since you brought it up as a specific, let's get to the specifics of this situation, about this prayer cloth situation. A person went to, like you said, a messy YouTuber, which we all know Jay Wilson's messy as hell. And this is not me trying to attack him, but he calls himself messy. He's here for the roast and gag. He's not the only person on here who used to call themselves pastor or use God as a way to try to pull people into something. This whole prayer call situation is this. He never said he was going to give these people an individual prayer live here on camera. He said that he will pray over the cloths before he send them to you once you purchase them. He didn't say he was going to give these people individual prayers for your individual situation. He said once you order them, him and his team was going to pray over them. This individual wanted a specific prayer. This individual wanted him to specifically pray for them live on camera. And when that didn't happen in June, July, August, September, this individual got into their feelings and felt ignored. It's very easy for someone to say, oh, I gave you this and I expected that. Well, if that wasn't part of the expectation or the promise from the very beginning, why would you assume something and then get mad when you don't get what you assumed? Before you start giving away money, before you start trying to insert yourself into these people's businesses, things of that nature, ask questions. A good question would have been asked if the question would have been, are you going to pray for each individual? Can we offer, can we suggest, well, not suggest, what's the word I'm looking for? Can we request a prayer specifically for my situation? And are you going to pray for that specific cloth based on my specifications? People were just buying prayer cloths. And he even said at one point in time, I said, I'm not too, like me and this individual are not buddy pals. We're not even co-workers or whatever he used to call, whatever he calls them. We're not even that. But I specifically heard him say, me and some other people are going to pray for that. Now, the problem came with this individual. She don't know who prayed for her cloth or if the cloth was prayed for at all. But she received what she paid for, which was a cloth that was said to be prayed over. Now, in your statement, RJ Supreme, you said from a messy YouTuber. Why are you getting a messy YouTuber to pray over you or to pray for you? See, that's my question. Everyone, like I said, I don't care for Jay Wilson like that. Don't hate him, don't know him, don't like him. I'm indifferent towards him. I'm indifferent towards a lot of people on here. But when right is right and wrong is wrong, you have to stand for what you think is right. And if you think that he was wrong for doing that, whatever, that's a choice that you choose to make. I think that he fulfilled the allegation in which he put out there from the very beginning. Based on his character, based on who I know, what I know of him, he's always vague in what he's talking about. He's always never going to give you specifics when related toward him. It just is what it is. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. It's something that people need to stop looking for. Let me put this person on a pedestal. Let me put this person on this higher level than where I am. And then when they disappoint me, I want to attack them. I want to bring them down. Did you watch Jay Wilson's video yesterday when he was on with Vivian and then old girl came up there? When Vivian actually prayed for her online, Vivian still got cussed out. And before they left, before this person left the panel, she said, both of y'all are full of shit, and cussed them out as she was exiting the building. Now, I'm not trying to get into this person's mental instability or stability. Their spiritual, this, that, and the third, whatever. It's about people seeing what's in front of them. Not taking what you don't like about someone, all this other stuff, but listen to what's going on in the moment. Now, you can add all the extra stuff to your opinion after the fact or during the fact, but you still must be able to hear what is being said and see what is being done in the moment. And I say that because that's why I said I don't advertise what I do in real life particularly in this sector of YouTube, because it will not be appreciated. It will not be honored in the way that I want my talent and my efforts to be honored. Now, if I was trying to pull a joke or a prank or do this and the third, yeah, I'm coming on here playing around with that. But what I do that brings money into my household to feed myself and my family, to build what I want to build, I'm not going to tarnish that with negativity from people who are not talented in my eyes, who are not business savvy in my eyes. I don't want someone who's on government assistance trying to criticize what I'm waking up every day, going outside my house and doing, putting forth my effort, money, and time towards. If that makes sense. If you have no business savvy, how can you tell me how to run my business? If you have no business acumen, how can you tell me what I should be doing? I say all the time, no offense to anyone, love everybody. But the reality is the majority of people on here are not my demographic. you can't afford the services that I provide for people. So why would I talk to you about something that I know that you can afford and not willing to spend the money on? You really truly don't have disposable income if you are constantly counting pennies of not only yours, but everyone else's around you. If I say a consultation with me for 30 minutes to an hour is $375, and you scoff at that, like, what am I getting for that? A consultation based on my services and based on what you tell me that you want. You get a conversation and a consultation based on my skill set. I'm not going to go to a mechanic when I don't know nothing about cars and tell them that what they're doing and what they're charging is wrong. Either I want that service or I don't want that service from that individual. I can't go to a doctor and say, I'm sick, I'm hurt, I'm in pain, but tell them you're charging too much. Either I want you to heal me or help me feel better, or I don't. If you want fashion advice from someone who has fashion sense, fashion knowledge, history of fashion, what looks good on different body types, what your body type is, what will help you look your best, what fabrics look good on you, what colors look good on you, how to design and style you. I'm not going to someone who don't know how to dress, who can't give me information that I can actually use and I can research and make sure that their information is correct, who makes me feel good about how I look or what I put on my body. Half the people on here who talks the most mess on here looks the worst. So why would I sit here and feel comfortable coming on here telling people on a broad scale about what I do in my real life that helps people look their best, help people feel their best, and who's willing to pay for that service and that feeling? You can buy clothes anywhere.